morning. Welcome in this class. As we are discussing our chapter number 5, that is Women Change the World. In our previous class, we had already discussed about the struggle of women, how they struggle a lot to bring equality, how they struggle to make education possible for themselves. And we also discussed about Lakshmi Lakra and Rajsundari Devi. Lakshmi Lakra from Jharkhand, how she break the stereotype mentality of the society and became a locomotive driver, and Rajsundari Devi of West Bengal, how she struggled a lot to make education possible for her, how she learned education secretly, and she was the first lady to write her own autobiography in Bangla language, that is Amar Jeevan. So all these we discussed in our previous class. Today we will start our next subtopic, that is schooling and education today. Here we will discuss about the present status of boys and girls education. Are they getting equal status or not? So let's see.
Schooling and education today. Now in present days, we have schools where boys and girls are part of the school. As we discussed till now, as the years passed on, nowadays people are able to understand what is the importance of education and why the girl child has given a chance to get educated so that everybody can understand the value of education. Now, moving on into the census, for every 10 years in our country, the National Sample Survey Organization takes the calculations of the counting of the number of male, the number of women, the number of boys, the number of girls, the numbers of literate, the numbers of illiterates, the number of scheduled caste people, the scheduled tribe people, the backward community people, the other categories people, economically backward people, the poverty people, below poverty line people, above poverty line people, all these data are taken by the National Sample Survey Organization for every 10 years. This has been started in 1911. So, when the data has been taken in 1911 for 10 years as per the census in 1960s, they were taking the calculation of comparison between the boys or men and girls or women, how many boys and girls are getting education, and let's take the comparison. Let's see. In 1960s, it was 40%, where the boys or men who are above 7 years of age know how to read and write. Are illiterates, but when it comes to the girls or women, it is only 15%. You can see how much variation is there. Here, boys we have 40% and girls we have 15%. And coming to particular understanding in 2001, it is about in 1960s. In 2001, when the census were taken, 76% men or boys are getting educated, while girls only 54% are getting educated. So like this, there is lots of discriminations, then a lot of has been gone through to understand what is a reason why the girls from special communities are not getting much educated. There are regular dropouts from the schools. The first such category is the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. People from scheduled caste and scheduled tribe will enroll their children into primary schools, but later they are dropped out as they move to the higher classes. They are Dalit. They also have Adivasis tribal groups who don't get too much education. Primarily, they send them to the school, but as the schools are far away, so where they send their children for education. And coming to Muslims, the Muslims community after 2001 census reveals that SC, ST, Dalit, Adivasis are getting 1 year more education when compared to the Muslims. Muslims are sending their children, especially Muslim girls, for only 3 years of schooling, while the other communities are sending for 4 years of schooling. So there is a huge drawback in Muslim community also. So there is not much education for Muslim girls. So like this, Dalits, Adivasis, SC, STs, Muslims, all these categories of women are not given a free hand to join the schools in the higher classes. So the research went on to what are the practice that are barrier in their way of entering into the high school. First factor is transport. Most of the primary schools will be located within the village or nearby to the house. So, as it is walkable distance for many of them, they join the school, they send the children for school, but as the time passes, they have to go in the higher classes where secondary school and upper primary school is a big far away, like a group of villages will have a mandal. So in that we have a mandal parishad school. In the mandal parishad school, you may be having upper primary or secondary schooling. So the girls have to travel 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers for a school. So because of this transport, most of the people from the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, Dalits or Adivasis or primary Muslims don't join their children for higher classes, which is one major drawbacks. So the most of the schools have to be established within the villages. So every village within a diameter of 1.5 kilometer or 2 kilometer, we should have a school where everybody can reach to the school with a walkable distance. So that everybody feels comfortable, as in our society we don't have much security for the girls, as we discussed in our previous chapter that girls have to walk straight because they go in group. They have a fear that they may be teased by somebody. They may be getting some comments. Maybe this could be one of the reason of social cause why the girls are not going for higher classes. though it is 2 kilometers away from the village. This could be one of the reason. And coming to poverty, most of the families of SC, ST, Dalit, Adivasis, or in some of the categories of Muslims also are below poverty line people or poor people. So when it comes to the cost or sending a child to the schools, the boys get the advantages of this, while the girls don't get it. Boys, tomorrow he has to take the responsibility of the family, so that 1% of advantage will be given to send him to the school, while the girls are not given a single chance, and they are asked to learn the household activities, to assist the family members, or to take care of the younger one. Like this, because of various reasons, there is still a lot of gap between the boys' percentage of getting education to the girls' percentage of getting education. So, this is the modern day education or present day education system, and comparison between boys percentage and girls percentage. So this much for today. In our next class we will start our next subtopic.